Understanding how your boat carves is essential in making river moves efficiently and effectively. This video will cover the inside and outside circle, which are essential in carving. You may also hear this called the 2x4 method. Other resources on this are Andrew Westwood Outdoors has a great video, and Tom Foster has some great videos on carving. There are 4 key components. First is your tilt, leaning into it. Your tilt could also be away, but your boat is tilted. As you're starting to do your carve, you're leaning into your turn. The bow wave is hitting up against the bow, pushing you this way, and your forward stroke is fighting against it, pushing it this way. The second component is the length of your forward stroke. Is it from the front of your boat to probably your knee, or is it from your front of your boat all the way behind you? The third component is your cadence. Are you taking your strokes like very fast, or are you taking them very long and slower strokes? The final component is your verticality of your paddle. Is your paddle straight up and down in this plane right here, or do you bring your T-grip hand inside the boat and take it out a little bit, which may have a little bit more turning component? So by tilting, keeping my tilt in, I'm just going to carve around these buoys. If I widen out my tilt and flatten the boat out a little bit, my circle becomes wider. And so I can actually take a wider circle, go a ways away, I'm going to really adjust my tilt a lot, keeping my carve going. I can go right in between the buoys with just a lot of tilt. Flatten out my tilt, keeping everything going the same. I can go in a straight line. I can also lean away as I'm doing my carve. You can see the turn that I'm getting right now. Same amount of power. You can also do the short stroke versus the long stroke. So I've been doing short strokes. So very short strokes will keep my boat turning. Now I'm going to use longer strokes. You see how much my turn is just widened by the length of my stroke. I'm keeping the tilt the same, just longer strokes. I'm going to use shorter strokes now. Only in front of me. Okay, longer strokes. On cadence, I can do a nice slow cadence. And what happens, the boat gets to do a turn in between each one of my strokes. So you can kind of see, I give it a second, the boat turns, I take my stroke, the boat turns. So if I take a very slow cadence, the boat's doing almost all this turning. But if I want to keep everything the same, and I want a little wider circle and go a little faster, I can just pick up my cadence. Now I'm starting to get a wider circle. I want to get closer, I just slow it down. Right in line with the boat. All my strokes are very vertical, in line with the boat. And when I want to start to straighten up a little bit, keep it going. I can start to take my stroke out a little bit. It fights against the carve, gets me going in a straight line. When you carve to the onside, we call that the inside circle. When you carve to your offside, we call that the outside circle. And that's where you get to work on your cross strokes. Doing the offside circle is a great place to really dial in your cross bow forward stroke. You can really see the difference when you lean forward and get more power into that crossbow forward. This is where you can perfect that stroke. Dial it in. And then coming back across. A great exercise is a switch between the inside circle and the outside circle. My boat on the inside circle. I'm going to switch to the outside circle. Now I'm in the outside circle. I'm going to switch to my inside circle. And really dial it turning because it's going to be tighter. Really lean to dial that in. There we go. Okay. Switch to my outside circle.